Hello and welcome to Full of Food. This glazed ham recipe is one of the best I've ever tasted. The trick is to slow cook the ham to infuse it with as much flavour as possible and then finish it off in the air fryer or oven to get that sticky, glazed outside. So onto the ingredients. So I've got a lovely bit of gammon here, it's about 1.5 kilograms. I'm just going to use some celery, carrot and onion to flavour my stock, a bouquet garni, some whole black peppercorns, some orange, and I'm going to cook it in apple juice and stock. And then we're going to put those lovely cloves in the top and make a glaze out of the Dijon, the honey and some lovely soft brown sugar. And I'm going to cook it in the slow cooker first and then finish it off in the air fryer. So on to our method. So really simply, we're just going to make a lovely stock and get as much flavour into this stock as we can so that when our gammon cooks in it, it soaks up all that lovely flavour. And one of the things I love to do is get an orange in there because it just adds that sort of Christmassy, festive-y background note of orange. So pop those into the bottom of your slow cooker. And then all we're going to do is we're going to get the celery, the carrots and the onion, and we're going to pop them in as well, just to make sure that we've got those lovely flavours going in from sort of our basic stock. Roughly chop them up, doesn't need to look pretty. You're not going to use these on the plate. You can make a beautiful soup afterwards if you want though. So onion again, I'm just going to roughly chop that up, just into big chunks there. And then we want to put that into the slow cooker. And I'm also going to use a bouquet garni. You could make your own, but I just buy the ones from the supermarket. It's in a little tea bag, so nothing gets out. And then I just like to put about 6 black peppercorns in there as well, just to get the flavour out of those. I'm using stock. This was beef stock, but you could use vegetable stock, you could use chicken stock. And I'm just making that up into a pint of boiling water. That little stir, and then I'm taking my lovely gammon and I'm going to put it on top of those orange slices. So like I said, the orange infuses up through, and then I'm just going to throw all these bits in. So the onion, celery, carrots, my bouquet garni bag, little black peppercorns in there, and then we're just going to pop that stock in. Got hot water here just to make sure my stock cube melted, and then I'm just using apple juice. You could use cider here, you could just do it in the stock, but I find the apple juice just adds that lovely sort of extra sweet taste to it. And this is not expensive apple juice, it's just a cheap one from the supermarket. So we're going to pop that on and we're going to cook it on high for about 3 hours. The key with this is you want to get it to 85 degrees Celsius. So I have got a meat thermometer. And what I'd like to do is always check that the middle of any meat I'm cooking in the slow cooker is the right temperature. So just pop that one in there. And it went up way higher than the 85 I needed it to be. Okay, so that's all cooked. So I want to make this sticky glaze. So I've got some lovely soft brown sugar here. Just got some runny honey. And it's sort of a 3-2-1 if you like. So we're going to put 3 of that lovely runny honey in there, and then we've got the Dijon mustard here. You could use English mustard as well, whatever you fancy, and we're just going to slop 2 of them in, and then there's already 1 of that soft brown sugar, and just mix it all up till it makes this gorgeous caramel coloured glaze that smells absolutely delicious. Right, so this is the good bit where we get to put these lovely whole cloves into the top of the gammon. And again, this is all just about getting flavour in there. This makes it taste really delicious. So gently lift your gammon out. Look at that lovely stock left in there. You could make a soup with that. You could freeze it, blitz it all down. Really, really lovely stuff going on in there. So you'll notice there's like this skin on top of the gammon, and you want to get rid of that but leave the fat underneath. So can you see there the fat underneath and that sort of rindy skin on the top? So we're just going to peel that back. It comes off so easily, you don't really even need to cut it, you just need to pull it. So we're going to take that and discard that, and then what we're going to do is use our knife to do a lovely crisscross pattern. And that's what, when it cooks, is going to make the top of the gammon look really special. This gammon's perfect for Christmas, perfect for Thanksgiving, or just to have as a lovely piece of gammon in the fridge. Okay, so I've got my crisscross there. Get your cloves, and you're just going to take the pointy end, and wherever there's a gap, so in the triangles, you're just going to pop in your cloves and keep going until you've covered the whole top of your gammon. Now, we're going to get rid of the slow cooker now, and we're going to bring in the air fryer. You could also do this in the oven if you haven't got an air fryer. I just find the air fryer is really good for this. Gammon fits really nicely into the drawer. So get that lovely glaze, and you're going to do this a bit at a time, so you just want to put some on top initially to cover those lovely cloves, to get into those gaps. There we go, and I'm keeping some to one side, and then I'm going to pop my gammon into my air fryer basket. So gently pick it up. Remember, it's still quite soft from the slow cooker, so just be gentle with it. There we go. And then I'm going to just put a little bit more of that lovely glaze on top now that it's in the basket. And then we're just going to pop this in the air fryer, and this you need to keep looking at. So it's going to take between sort of 7 and 12 minutes. I think mine took about the 12 minutes. And every now and again you're going to take it out, and you're just going to add a bit more of that glaze on, just to make sure that all of that stickiness sort of caramelizes on the top and doesn't all just drip off. Make sure you rub it on the sides as well. Pop that back in. And like I said, you keep doing this until all your glaze is gone and it's become this most gorgeous, bubbly, golden, crispy piece of gammon. So there it is. Look at that. It smells delicious. I wish you could smell this as well. You can see all that lovely glaze bubbling on the top there. It's made it really sticky. And the best thing about this is to let it cool down. I mean, you can have a little bit of it hot now, but once it's cooled down, it slices beautifully.